Hey, hello and welcome to the show. My name is Chase from Hammerano, Culture Unlimited, and in today's video we'll be looking at the 5 most annoying things West Ham fans complain about. Yes, West Ham are the greatest football club in all the world, and as Hammers fans we are family, but just like with family, some members of the fan base you want to avoid or just keep your distance from during Christmas time. And also just like family, some interactions with some Hammers fans you leave scratching your head wondering, what are they on about? All this and more in today's episode of Hammerano, Culture Unlimited. Alright, so these 5 things aren't in any specific order, they're just 5 really annoying things which West Ham fans tend to do. Number 5, constantly going on about Upton Park. Yes, we get it, the bowling ground was great. The fans were on top of the players and the chicken run was mad. But I hate to break it to you, West Ham have moved on. Do you lay in bed at night pining about your old house? Or maybe your old school or the days in college? Or maybe you just really miss that one job or that one office you had? I sure hope you don't. And even when West Ham reached the knockout stages and the semi-finals of the Europa League, I'd still see these tweets on my timeline. Oh, if only it was at the bowling ground. Oh, it should have been at Upton Park, governor. Well, let me be frank with you. The London Stadium is bigger than the bowling ground. It allows more fans. More fans allows more matchday revenue. And don't give me that bollocks about no atmosphere in the London Stadium or it's a soulless bowl. We've all seen and heard the London Stadium rock when the fans are up for it. Number 4, constantly moaning about the new crest. Now this one is very similar to the previous point about the stadium, as both the badge and the stadium share the same timeline. Some West Ham fans are very vocal about their displeasure with the new crest, and the most popular argument against the crest you'll find is, well, it's just not West Ham innit? Look, if you go back and look at the club's history, you'll find that the cross irons are actually the focal point of the West Ham badge. Even before the castle, it was the cross irons, the hammers. Heck, even us West Ham fans, we do the cross irons with our arms. We don't do the castle. How would you even do a castle? We're the hammers, not the castles. Yes, the previous version of the crest was pretty cool, but so is the current version. And this brings us to our 3rd point, which is when a new kit doesn't have sky sleeves, the world is ending. So whenever West Ham release a new kit without the traditional sky sleeves, whenever a new kit is dominantly claret, you'd swear, according to some West Ham fans, that this is the biggest crime against all humanity, leaving a lot of fans saying it looks more like a Burnley or a Villa kit than an actual West Ham kit. Or they use the argument, nah mate, that has to be a training kit. I wouldn't be caught dead in that, governor. Oh, look at that, it's rubbish. Now, that's all just very silly, as historically speaking, and traditionally, West Ham do stray away from the sky sleeves to a dominantly claret kit. And this happens all the time. It's like one of the West Ham traditions. How could this still strike you by surprise? I mean, plus minus every 5 years, West Ham have a dominantly claret kit without the sky sleeves. And this has been happening for ages, even in the 80s, when West Ham had the highest league finish ever, which was 3rd. It was a dominantly claret kit without the sky blue sleeves. Personally, I think it's pretty cool that West Ham spiced it up. I mean, there's only so many variations of a claret torso and sky sleeves you can have. And now we're at point number 2, which is people putting an apostrophe in COYI. Now, this is why you gotta stay in school. COYI, the abbreviation of come on, you irons. This is the West Ham chant, our war cry, if you will. Now, on social media and on other online forums, some segments of the West Ham fan base, they put an apostrophe in COYI, so that becomes COY''S. But here's the thing, the I in COYI, the I in come on you irons, already stands for irons. So by adding an apostrophe, it becomes come on you ironses? Come on you ironses? Huh? It's not even that hard to remember. It actually takes more effort putting an apostrophe S to the end of it. All around London Stadium it says COYI, even at Upton Park, the bowling ground. There would be signs where it said COYI in the actual stadium. It's also used on loads of West Ham merch, scarves and actual jerseys. There's no apostrophe. It's not come on you ironses. Please drop it and stop it. And this brings us to our last point, which is the GSB out or anti-board brigade. Look, I get it. The West Ham board have given the West Ham fans very little to smile about. And when you consider the amount of times they've put in their collective feet in their mouths, they are really their own worst enemies. They don't do themselves much favours. But, and this is quite a big but, in recent seasons, West Ham fans haven't really had a reason to have a go at the board. Think about it. Since David Moyes returned to West Ham, it's been a steady upward trajectory. The only real complaint a West Ham fan can have is the lack of strengthening to the squad. But is that down to Moyes or the board? And even with this very thin squad, West Ham still managed to pull off the impossible. Here's the thing. I'm not pro-GSB. I'm not anti-GSB. I see the bigger picture. West Ham were relegated, the board appointed Big Sam, and Big Sam got West Ham back at the first time of asking. Many big clubs get relegated and they don't bounce back the next season. Many clubs go down and spend what seems like an eternity in the Championship or even League One. Some other good points are West Ham right now, we're holding on to our best players. Also, we haven't got like a Chinese logo in the front of our jersey. West Ham haven't been docked points or entered administration. What I'm saying is GSB aren't perfect. But at this moment, they're pretty much in the background. The board is keeping quiet, they're not saying silly things on Sky Sports News, and the club is doing quite alright where it matters, on the pitch. And I, for one, can live with that. Look, being a West Ham fan is one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. I wouldn't trade it or swap it for anything in the world. Yes, the above things get to me, but I love my club and the fan base, warts and all. If you're a Hammers fan, what do you find annoying or what gets to you about the West Ham fan base? Or if you support a different club, what is it about your club's fan base that really grinds your gears? I'd love to hear in the comments below. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really does help the channel out. And if you haven't yet, why not subscribe to our Hammerano Culture Unlimited. My name is Chase, and until next time, come on, you Irons.